It is only when you have mastered the art of loving yourself that you can truly love others. It's only when you have opened your own heart that you can touch the hearts of others. When you feel centered and alive, you're in a much better position to be a better person. Robin Sharma and The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Guys, let's talk about this book. So, the book kind of narrates a fictional story of Julian, a very good lawyer, Harvard-trained, who on the surface seemed to have everything going well for him. A mansion, a Ferrari, a six-figure salary, and a whole life of luxury. But in reality, he was kind of suffering, struggling to keep himself together. Then one day, Julian had a heart attack, which he survived, miraculously you could see. But then, the whole heart attack incident seemed to have opened Julian's eyes, so to speak, kind of like an epiphany. He realized that his life was in some kind of crisis, a spiritual crisis of a sort. So what did he do? He sold his possessions, which included his mansion and his red Ferrari, and then ghosted everyone. Crazy, right? Wait for it. He disappeared and never contacted anyone from his law firm again. He claimed that he wanted to change his life, so he journeyed to the Himalayan mountains. And by the way, these are a range of mountains in Asia. Now, over there he found a group of monks called the Great Sages of Sivana. Among them was a monk called Yogi Raman. It was this monk who would teach Julian the 7 virtues of Sivana, virtues that changed Julian's life according to the book, virtues that are guaranteed to help one master their life and change anyone's life for the better. Now, these 7 virtues include mastering your mind, following your purpose, practicing Kaizen, the power of discipline, respecting your time, selflessly serving others, and embracing the present. Now, in this video, I'll be talking about just 4 of these virtues. Let's begin with mastering the mind. The monk explained that the human mind is like a garden. If you sow flower seeds, you get flowers. If you sow fruits, you get fruits. If you leave it untended, it becomes home to weeds and pests. Which is a metaphor for saying that if you think positively, you will act positively and you get positive results. And if you think negatively, you will act negatively and you most likely will get negative results. Now, I should mention here that thinking positively doesn't mean ignoring reality and living in denial. If you're living in poverty, that is a reality. You don't ignore it or deny it. Thinking positively means that if you have to deal with a negative situation, focus on what you can change, on what positive actions you can take to make a bad situation less undesirable. If you're living in poverty, think about what you can do to get yourself out of it. Maybe you can take on extra jobs, dedicate your time to more productive activities, you can save, you can invest. Now, these actions will not make you rich overnight, but it will definitely make your life better both in the short term and the long term. Secondly, follow your purpose. Now, we as humans have about 6,000 thoughts racing through our minds every day. And so sometimes it becomes very difficult to focus on one thought in the midst of all these thoughts. That's how come sometimes you feel there's a lot to do, but at the same time you don't know what to do. Sounds familiar, right? The solution, according to Yogi Raman, is to set goals. Have long and short-term goals, but most importantly, set goals at the beginning of each day. It helps you to sift through your thoughts, helps you to focus on the stuff that matters the most. It gives you a sense of direction. It helps you to see the bigger picture. It provides motivation. It gives you a greater control of your life, of your future, if you will. And when you set your goals, be sure to write them down. The monk explained that unwritten goals are not goals at all. They lack clear intention, and so writing down goals is the first step to making your goals come alive. Writing down your goals gives them a certain sense of tangibility. Thirdly, practice Kaizen. Now, Kaizen is the Japanese word for continuous improvement. It's actually a philosophy, or should I say a technique, used by sumo wrestlers to maintain their large size while staying strong and athletic. The monk explained that self-improvement is the key to self-mastery, and if you're able to master yourself, you have mastered life itself. Now, to practice Kaizen, the monk explained that we get out there and do something that scares us. It doesn't have to be something terrifying, but basically get out of your comfort zone and do something out of the ordinary. This will expose you to new information and help you to learn new things. Don't be afraid to try out new things, to try out new ideas. Yes, sometimes you may feel vulnerable trying out new stuff, but it's okay. It's part of the process. You will learn. Self-improvement is the key here. The goal is to always be better than you were a minute ago. Read a book, learn a new language, master a skill, change an attitude. It doesn't have to be a big improvement all of a sudden. If you can, that's okay. But if you cannot, take it one step at a time. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Martin Luther King Jr. The goal here is daily self-improvement. Do something that makes you a better person than you were yesterday. Fourth and finally, discipline. According to the sages, it takes time and commitment to become a better version of yourself. It's a journey that demands discipline. And one way of building discipline is to overcome small challenges every day. For example, if you want to become an actor or an actress, and you think that's what will bring you fulfillment, yet the only problem is that you are terrified of public speaking, have patience. You can't get to Hollywood and become a star overnight. Build up your confidence by doing something outside the comfort zone every day. Talk to a stranger or try a new hobby. When you've built some confidence, you can start an acting class. Get used to performing in front of your classmates. Set a goal to challenge yourself. For example, every month you may perform in front of a large crowd, if that's your goal. Over time, your confidence will build till the point where you have enough courage and discipline to perform in front of a stadium of people. And it applies to every other goal you have. Have discipline to stick to doing it one step at a time. Eventually, the little steps will become very big. Alright, at this point, I would like to dedicate the rest of the video to some beautiful quotes from the book. Never regret your past, rather, embrace it as a teacher that it is. It is only when you have mastered the art of loving yourself that you can truly love others. It's only when you have opened your own heart that you can touch the hearts of others. When you feel centered and alive, you're in a much better position to be a better person. You will never be able to hit a target that you cannot see. Life doesn't always give you what you ask for, but it always gives you what you need. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. Take the time to think, discover your real reason for being here, and then have the courage to act on it. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. The boundaries of your life are merely a creation of the self. Be patient and live with the knowledge that all you're searching for is certain to come if you prepare for it and expect it. Blaming others is nothing more than excusing yourself. You can be a fool for 5 minutes if you ask a question. However, you're a fool for a lifetime if you hesitate to ask a question. The saddest part of life lies not in the act of dying, but in the failing to truly live while you were alive. Learn to say no. When you're saying yes to an unimportant thing, you're saying no to an important one. The price of greatness is responsibility. The moment I stopped spending so much time chasing the big pleasure of life, I began to enjoy the little ones, like watching the stars, dancing in the moonlight sky, or soaking in the sunbeams of a glorious summer morning. It's not what you will get out of the books that are so enriching. It is what the books will get out of you that will ultimately change your life. When one door closes, another opens. But we often look and so regretfully upon the closed door that we fail to see the one that has opened for us. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. What you resist will persist. What you befriend will transcend. Investing in yourself is the best investment you will ever make. It will not only improve your life, it will improve the lives of all those around you. Push yourself to do more and to experience more. Harness your energy to start expanding your dreams. Yes, expand your dreams. Don't accept a life of mediocrity when you hold such infinite potential within the fortress of your mind. Dare to tap into your greatness. Never be a prisoner of your past. Become the architect of your future. You will never be the same. Alright guys, that's all time will allow us for in this video. If you have not subscribed yet, kindly do so and turn on the notification. Also like and share the video, you'll be doing us a huge favor. My name is Tete. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep reading, keep changing your world one book at a time.